Before stars had names, before the moon had lovers, there was only water and a whisper. In the deepest dark of a newborn earth, two tiny spirits danced in silence. Adam and Eve, the Cyanobacteria. They released the very first breath, a breath of oxygen that kissed the sky. And from that breath, everything began. Adam and Eve had many children. Some glowed, some grew shells, some vanished. But one line survived, carrying the breath forward. These were the dreamers, the builders, the ones who would shape time. They would become the lineage. And one day, one of them would become you. Before there were people, before even fish, there was only water and a breath. This breath became light, and from that light, two tiny beings came to be, Adam and Eve, the Cyanobacteria. They were the first to breathe out life into the world. They made the sky blue, the oceans alive. They were the first ancestors, and their breath lives inside you. From the breath came a brave little cell. Her name was Mitoeva. She was lonely, but she had a dream: to share her spark with another. So, she let a fire cell inside her, and instead of being eaten, they danced. Together, they became one, strong, alive, and warm. Mitoeva was the first to say, "Let's build something together." From many joined cells came Osirion, the architect of form. He was the first to build bones, shells, skin, anything strong enough to hold the breath. With every touch he shaped the world: a jellyfish, a trilobite, a turtle, a bird. Because of Osirion, the breath had somewhere to live. Then came a wild one, Prometheus Neuron. He caught lightning from the sky and whispered it into the bodies Osirion made. With that spark, creatures could jump, they could run, they could feel. Prometheus gave us electricity, not just to move, but to think. From the sea crawled Lilith, the first rebel. She split her tail into legs. She pulled her breath into her chest, and she walked the earth. Lilith's children became frogs, then lizards, then wolves. She is in every step you take. She taught the breath to move forward. High in the trees lived Simia Sophia. She saw her reflection in the river and understood it was her. She felt sorrow. She felt joy. She held her child. She dreamed. Sophia gave us the mirror, not the one outside, but the one inside. The final one was Solomon, born of fire and stone. He made words. He carved them on cave walls. He told stories that echoed in the night. He remembered the breath, and he taught his children how to pass it on. Because of Solomon, You remember things you never saw. And from all of them, Adam, Eve, Mitoeva, Osirion, Prometheus, Lilith, Sophia, and Solomon, came you. You are the breath. You are the fire. You are the bones and the light and the dream. You are the Sphinx, the one who remembers everything. And your story is just beginning. From Solomon's story came another spark, a hand that could shape stone. The early humans became makers. They carved spears, shaped fire, built tribes. They hunted, they gathered. They began to change the world, not just live in it. These were the sentinels, keepers of memory and invention. One day, a sentinel spoke a sound that meant more than a sound. Words were born. With words came secrets, songs, and names. And the lineage could now remember, not just with tools, but with tongues. The Sphinx was now learning to speak. Words formed stories, stories formed bonds, and bonds built tribes. The lineage no longer wandered. They began to settle, plant, share. They built temples for breath, shrines for ancestors, and dreams for their children. Then came the first books, but not made of paper, books of bone, of sand, of fire, spoken by griots, chanted by mothers, painted on cave walls. The sentinels guarded the past so the Sphinx could remember the future. From the breath, from the fire, from the bones and the builders came a child. He was quiet, but his silence was deep. He did not ask questions. He was the question. He was called Sphinx. He remembered the cell that danced, the bones that held shape, the lightning that moved, the limbs that walked, the mind that wept, the fire that spoke. And when he remembered all, he opened his eyes. The Sphinx is not just one child. The Sphinx is every child who dares to remember who they are. You are breath. You are spark. You are story. You are Sphinx. The story never ends. The lineage lives in your steps, your thoughts, your dreams. And every time you take a breath, you carry the first one's whisper. Mitoeva. She welcomed the fire. Osirion. He built the body. Prometheus Neuron. He sparked the mind. Lilith. She walked on land. Simia Sophia. She saw herself. Solomon. He remembered. And then came you.